Hello, hello, it's your boy Gamer Ryan 3587 coming back at you with another live stream, and I'm playing game NBA 2K25 with the San Antonio Spurs in my NBA games. If you're new, don't forget to comment, like, thumbs up, subscribe. Also follow my social media Gamer Ryan 3587 on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Thank you. Peace. Oh, oh, you want it?
Now introducing the starter for your Dallas Mavericks.
And this early in the season, there are still so many unknowns, Greg.
You're right. You learn a little about each team in the preseason. But once the games count, things really start coming into focus.
Here's the starting group for the San Antonio Spurs. Vassell and Barnes are the 2 and the 3. Sohan and Wemby are the bigs. And it's Paul in at the point guard position.
Well, that's why he's out there using his size in the paint.
Vassell can't get it to go.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
The 3 from Thompson. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. On offense, here is San Antonio. A moment to hear from Ali
By
LaForce.
the way,
Well, Jason Kidd had a few
sorry
moments
if I'm
to share
doing
with
this
me. He said they spent
twice.
all week watching film on Victor Wembanyama, trying to find flaws that they could take advantage of.
I
No such
forgot.
luck. So their mission
I thought me
tonight
I made a
is to try to
video
make
on
someone
it,
else
a
beat
live
them,
stream,
which
but
coach
so if
admits
I'm playing the
would be
same
fool's
game
errand.
Ali, thank
twice.
you.
That's
The 3
why.
from Wembanyama. It's good. The assist that time from Paul.
When Wembanyama goes up, he can be so quick. I mean, the rookie looking very assertive.
All right, Stan, what's your take on this very youthful San Antonio Spurs roster?
Well, Brian, they've got the guy to build around. They're very exciting to watch. They've been gaining momentum. They're coming together as a unit, as a roster. And look, this team's got a chance to be very good together.
1 of 5 to start the game. They have to slow down and just
D.
play their brand of basketball.
Good D.
Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Yeah, you can tell Vassell likes sharing the ball.
Great
He's not
dunk.
just looking for his shot.
Great though.
Washington's shot is good.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
San Antonio's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. The 3 from Barnes, and the three-pointer goes.
Just weird. This game
Barnes
is
has got
better
5
than
now.
Chicken Week.
Exchanging
Hey.
buckets from downtown. That's been
Not
a
a
staple
bad
of tonight's
game.
game.
Like,
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get stopped first.
Not a bad game.
The Spurs have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Here's Paul.
You can't figure out this game or the
When
better of
he's
this game or the way it's
Paul
going.
is so good at
Stupid.
finding those little creases.
And Doncic has got the ball here for the Mavericks. It's a
How
three-point game.
better this game is.
Down low. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Yeah, that's right. I
Attacking
said
in the
it.
painted area. Clearly, that was their game plan coming in.
And so it's Paul who brings up the ball for the
Better
San
this
Antonio
game.
Spurs. Barnes, no good. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. From deep, here's Doncic. Another miss by Doncic.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean,
Nah,
I'm sure
I
he is
definitely
too.
think
On
the way the
Irving.
weather is
The three
now,
is up.
yeah,
Drills it
I don't
from
know, I
deep.
changed my
He's got
tune.
5.
I'm changing my tune, man, you know?
Beyond the arc,
Definitely
including
gonna
those
get
corners.
something.
And we've got a
Definitely gonna
timeout
get
called by
something.
Greg Popovich.
You know,
He wants to give him a
you
breather.
know what
talk
they're
things
saying,
over.
it's definitely gonna happen. Cross my fingers. I hope it does happen because I wanna have
With a
all
break here, let's see which
I don't
team
know. I don't know
collected the
why.
assist during last year's
I don't
campaign. Second, the Spurs.
Yeah,
Last
just
year, they
stay
were an
home.
excellent passing
Wow,
team.
you're a
They
freebie,
want
but
that to
no way,
continue
it's
into
not a
this year.
freebie because
San Antonio
yeah, I'll
trailing
just
here.
work extra hours.
Pass to Mamukelashvili. Here's the 3. Kyrie Irving
My
clears the rebound. Dallas has gone 2
Get
of
up
5
by-
from deep. Take it away. Here's Collins. And then it's Collins with the dunk.
A solid distributor. Good to see the rookie Castle finds his open teammates like this.
For Dallas, they've gone 5 of 9 from the floor. After undergoing 3 ankle surgeries in 10 months in 2020 and 2021, Coach Zach Collins has bounced back amazingly.
He really has.
Come on,
Ryan.
get off.
And the injuries have really been the only problem for Zach Collins. He's got size, skill, and toughness. This guy is a very effective player when he's healthy.
Dude, get on me.
It is indeed.
It's like, what's that we were shooting?
For Dallas, they've
Guard
gone
my
6 of
butt.
11 so far.
I'm just thinking splashing it in your face.
Inside, here's Irving. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Irving's got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, when we talk about
Dude,
guards, Kyrie
Dude,
is one of the best at scoring inside.
Here's Champagny.
Oh,
Outside, off the mark.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
And here's Thompson for 3. The Mavericks rebound. Back to Gafford. Second shot opportunity. Doncic up top. There's the triple. Gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Go Champagny. Oh, come on, man. Get me.
They're on a 13-5 run. From 10 feet away.
It's one of these. I said they need to bring back shot.
He's looking very
Shot.
confident so far. The defense is going to have to account for him.
Back.
Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential.
There's a
Champagny
meter
shot
there,
is
but that's not a
Mavericks
shot.
lead by 7.
That's not a
Irving
readable
for 3.
shot.
No good there.
My chin is so fast.
Castle for 3. Counted from distance. There's 6 seconds left in the first.
It's hard to
Irving with a deep
time.
3. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. The scoring is fast and furious as we end the first. Dallas on
I'm
top,
still
leading
fully
by...
charged. Charged.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Mavericks.
Well, I'm seeing that their second chance points are exactly what every coach wants to see. Hustling on the offensive glass to convert every possession they can.
Yeah,
They're also managing to make lots of trouble for their opponent in transition. Right away, they're finding points on the break.
They've got Spencer Dinwiddie. Daniel Gafford is out there with Najee Marshall. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Grimes in at the 3. The small
That
forward.
means only a
That's the lineup out there
50%
for the
chance.
Mavericks. And growing up in California, Stan, when did you first fall in love with the game of basketball?
There
Well,
would be a
Brian,
few
my dad
inches.
coached for a long time,
in the two-
and I just remember going to his
two.
practices
Yeah,
and going to his
that is
games.
something.
I can't remember a time where I didn't love the
Yeah,
game.
it's only an inch, two
And a
inches.
sweet
I'll
roll
take.
that time on the rim. That one falls.
You can tell
Yeah,
Castle
nah.
values the chance to set another
6
guy
or
up.
7
He's not trying to do it all by himself out there.
Over to the left wing. Here's Grimes. They get it back. Gafford. No good with a layup. Spurs trail by 6. Here's Vassell. Hits a 3-pointer.
Oh, got
Vassell
that
has
but the
range
bottom
to
of the
create
net,
a
baby.
lot of trouble at the arc.
Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Dinwiddie outside. Takes a 3. Hits the trifecta. Dinwiddie's got 6.
Yeah, taking more threes as his career has gone on. Dinwiddie ready to answer at any moment.
And Greg Popovich has called timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. The Spurs making a switch here. And here we now get a look back on the best shot blockers in the NBA last season. Victor Wembanyama, number 1.
Even when the ball would swing away from him, he would rotate and challenge the shot.
And so it's Paul who brings up the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. They trail by 6. The shot by Johnson, no
Come on,
good.
and you gotta make
Dallas has
that.
gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Grant, as long as the Mavs have Luka Doncic, they'll be a contender in the West.
Yeah, no doubt. Luka is the special guy who can carry a team. He's an MVP candidate year in and year out.
So is Wemby.
Dallas is just
So is
very lucky
Wemby.
to have him.
And he lobs it up, and the dunk by Gafford.
More of a combo guard than pure point. Dinwiddie does have tremendous court vision.
Spurs trail by 6. Pass to Johnson. He puts up a 3. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Irving's got 4 rebounds in the game. Out left to the wing. Let's go with a 3. A nice shot by Grimes.
You gotta make that,
Grimes
son.
has gotten himself going
You gotta
with a
make
triple.
that,
His
dude.
first basket of the game.
That's what I'm talking
wing.
about. Yeah,
Dinwiddie with the
exactly. You
rebound.
gotta be
They
missing
just
shots you should be
continue to
making.
dominate the boards.
Come on.
Here's Grimes.
Another
This
shot.
one for 3. To the left wing. From deep. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got his 4th
Number
rebound in this one.
5.
Another miss. He is struggling in the quarter.
Oh, wasted no time on that
Shot
one.
that.
Vassell's got 6.
And after not making any threes in the first half, he now has 2 here in the second half. Let's see if he continues to add to that.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Come on, Saccharin.
Shot
Come
by
on,
Sohan, no
Saccharin.
good.
You
Dallas
booty
leading by 8.
Saccharin.
On the wing, Irving. He's guarded by Vassell.
Should have made that, son.
Gafford against Wembanyama. Gafford passes to Irving. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Johnson for 3. And the
Come
rebound
on,
goes
dude.
to Dallas. Tonight, their first look at this San Antonio squad this year.
Last season, this was a surprisingly difficult
Aw,
matchup
man.
for them. Lost every game against this team. He came up dry offensively in the first, but looks like he's ready to turn it
Saccharin.
around.
The shot by
Saccharin.
Sohan, no good.
What? Jesus.
Dallas has gone 50% from the perimeter in this second, shooting 4 of 8.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense
Stop.
has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain
Come on,
it.
Johnson.
You win games
Oh,
on
you
both
too.
ends of the floor.
Come on,
He
guys.
hasn't been great
Hold
this
on
quarter.
now.
The coaches need to try to figure out a way to get him going.
Come on,
They've
guys.
settled into this game. You
Oh,
can see the offense is on fire.
Yeah, and that is key for them. Continuing to build out this lead.
And we've
I
got
knew
a
it.
timeout called by Greg Popovich. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Lively, he's checked in for Gafford. Washington comes in
There
for
we
Marshall.
go.
Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Grimes.
There you go,
And Luka
Castle.
Doncic subbed in
So
for
you,
Dinwiddie.
son.
And the
So
basket
you,
by
son.
Castle.
Well, when
Yeah.
the 3 ball is falling for Castle, he is extremely
brother.
difficult to defend.
Let's get in
To the
back
inside.
in this
Tipped.
game.
It's stolen by Barnes. Here's the break.
So you,
shot
Castle.
on the way.
So you, son.
And
Make
all
it.
around the rim that time before dropping.
Yeah. That's what
Castle's
I'm
got
talking
11 points.
about.
And off the jump, they were effective
Go.
from deep. I don't know why they haven't continued to fire from out there.
Thompson scanning the floor. Goes up on the wing. Rebound by San Antonio.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots. That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Lets it go from deep. Oh, and Klay makes that 3 look so easy.
Great work collapsing the defense, then kicking it out.
Jones from outside. And that's not going to go. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks
Sorry.
liking their
Take
chances,
it.
ending the quarter with a 15-point lead. How about the way
Sorry.
they attack the paint?
15
This
points.
throwback
Not-
approach is
that's
paying
not-
off. All right,
that's-
we'll get back to the
that's-
action after this break.
Manageable.
Welcome, everybody.
They couldn't shut down the lane. Only thing that would stuff that is prime check. Maybe 2 of me.
Now that is a... All right, guys, let's swing it over and see what the fan... And that'll do it for
We're
us. Thanks for
live.
stopping
Come
by.
on, dude.
We'll head back down
We're
to
not
Brian
live
Anderson
on
and
the
crew for the start of the third quarter.
It's going to be upset over. Oh my! What? Damn it!
And there wasn't
This
too much
better
drama
be
in the first
live.
half, but maybe
Better
things will
be
tighten
live.
up here in the second. Well, you look at Kyrie Irving in this game. He's been everywhere.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first
I
half playing
you-
efficient ball.
Where we at? We still at 3
Yeah,
bars.
it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for the Mavs. After this one, they're off to Phoenix to take on the Suns. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home. And so in the game for the Spurs, Sohan and Wemby are the bigs. Vassell and Barnes are the 2 and the 3. And it's Paul in at the point.
Along with everything else, Doncic is a knockdown three-point shooter.
From deep,
There, Wemby. There you go, Wemby.
Shot by Wembanyama, no good. The Mavericks lead by 18. The 3. Doncic, no good. Barnes in the post.
There you go,
Working on
Barnes.
Thompson, and the shot
There you go,
goes in.
Barnes.
Barnes has
Nice.
got his third
Nice
basket
layup.
on the night right there.
What a smart
take it.
pass from Wembanyama. Already adept at scanning the floor and finding open teammates.
Doncic outside. Fires the 3.
Someone
Basket
get
is
on
good.
Luka.
Nice setup from Irving. Irving's got his 7th assist here tonight.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Stan, it feels like the hardest part of team building is getting a superstar. The Spurs have one.
Well, they sure do, B.A. San Antonio was retooling for a few years, and then they won that 2023 lottery and draft Victor Wembanyama, a superstar, and now it's about surrounding him with the right guys.
Oh, got that one up quick.
Yo.
Paul's got 5 points.
Someone
They've got
comment
the
down
offense
below
clicking.
or
3 for 4 to
type
start
in my
the half,
live
and
shoot.
look
Do
at
you
that.
remember a band in the early 90s
Thompson, a
called
screen on Paul.
Perfect Gentlemen? Good.
Now here's
Good
Washington.
back in the
So
day,
in coverage.
man.
Back to
I
Washington.
heard that they
Washington
debuted.
powers it through.
They opened up a gig, opened up an
because
app
he
for
gets
new
off
kids
the
on
ground
the block.
so well.
And we've got a timeout call
Pretty
by
cool,
Greg
man.
Popovich.
Pretty
He
cool.
wants to review
Cool
the game
stuff.
plan.
Good stuff. Yeah. I like their one song.
So San Antonio ends up going with a new
Ooh
group.
la la, ooh la
And while we
la.
have a break, here were some of the top
Get
free
over
throw shooters
you.
in the game last season.
I like
Number
that.
1, Klay Thompson.
This guy is
Song
just
was-
lights
the
out
song
from the
was-
line. He
like,
demonstrated
those
that
little-
last season
those
and
boy
really hurt
bands
teams
were
whenever
good
they fouled him.
Spurs
Back in
trail
the
by
day,
16.
even if it wasn't like
Here's Champagny.
even they weren't full-fledged
Offline with a
adults,
three.
or
And
just
they're up
kids
considerably
that would
because
come
of
up.
their efforts on the glass.
Kids were actually
Here's
pretty
Irving.
good back then.
Laid it in with a
Yeah,
nice
like
touch
the
on
kid,
the
like the
window.
kid,
He's
the
got
kid
13.
boy,
And I'll tell you what, I mean, slowing down Irving is a team effort.
He's
And to
actually
this
sounded
point,
pretty
they're
good.
failing to slow his roll.
Again, the miss by the Spurs. Dallas
Yeah,
leading by
like
18.
some of the lyrics that these kids can use.
Collins with the rebound.
Collins
Collins has got 4 rebounds now. From outside the arc.
I like that
Champagny
one.
shot is off.
I mean,
You
he's
love
trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold
It's
streak.
just a
Yeah,
good
I get
song.
it. But you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the
Back in the
offense.
day, those guys
Stan,
were
when Trey
original.
Jones is on the floor. You can just see how easily the offense flows.
Those guys were
Well, Brian, he's the kind of point guard that teammates
Oh.
love to play with because his only thought out there is setting up other guys. He's not going to light you up with his own scoring, but he is a great facilitator.
I don't know, like there's a
Traditional
line in
point
the
guard
sun that
makes
there's
everybody
like
better.
You don't see many of
forget
those
how-
anymore.
Outside Irving. On the wing,
thing
Thompson.
about like
Back to Irving for
I
three.
was your girl.
Yes, and a
You
nice
were my,
assist from Thompson.
you were my girl. I
Irving's
was
got
your
16
guy.
points.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point
Yeah, then
shooting
it goes.
league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Dallas leading by 20. And there's the lob.
That was a good song.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic.
Hurts to see that kind of mistake. Coach is going to be on him about that one.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Gafford, he's checked in for Lively. Marshall comes in for Washington. And it's
Yeah,
Grimes
I'm in
in
the
for Irving.
I'm in
Pass to
the
Johnson.
live stream.
He shoots a three. And Grimes pulls it down.
That song.
The Mavericks have gotten 6 of 11 attempts to fall so far in the third.
Perfect channel.
And that one is stuffed right through.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
Yeah, to put
I
together
remember
this
that.
kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
Johnson gives them a huge lift when he's creating for his teammates. It takes their offense up a notch.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for Dallas.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the three.
And you have to talk about the passing, too. I mean, the ball has been zipping around on the offense, and they've kept the extra pass mentality the whole way.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Prosper's checked in. Here's Marshall. They get it again. Good D by
I would bring it
Wembanyama.
up.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
Champagny.
Even on the side, I would be bringing it up
free
with the
throws
live.
First one falls.
It's a
Dinwiddie, he's checked in for Dallas.
Not even a try.
So he makes 1 of 2, and the second one misses. The Mavericks lead by 18. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Pass to Doncic. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
With great mobility in the 8-foot wingspan. Yes, 8 foot. Wembanyama easily wipes that shot away.
Here's Champagny. Three-pointer off the mark. Oh, what a performance by Luka Doncic. He has been the story for the Mavericks. He put together 10 points in the quarter. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm Assist of the Game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Well, he's a consummate floor general, surveying the defense and delivering the pass on time and on target.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Washington and Gafford, the combo inside. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Najee Marshall. And it's Grimes in at the shooting guard position. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Collins finds Vassell to the wing, right side. From behind the arc.
How good you got?
Mavericks with a rebound. Irving's got rebound number 7 tonight. Out to the wing. Here's Marshall. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving. And the Mavericks lead by 20. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact.
This game's definitely heading in the direction. So that's one
Legal guarding
that I
position
played
for both
against.
players and officials.
No coverage that time.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Yeah.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Outside Johnson. Oh, he tries a 3. And they get it back. Collins outside. Here's Vassell. Three-pointer, no good. And Irving has got the ball here for the Mavericks. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Here's Gafford. And the dunk by Gafford.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
Sinks the tray.
Well, it's a three-point shooting lead. Guys like him are so important.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. So for Dallas, Lively, he's checked in for Gafford. Klay Thompson comes in for Marshall. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Grimes. Pass to Thompson. Lets it go. Again, the miss by Dallas.
Well, with his team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
Vassell, it's tipped. Fourth quarter play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Now here's Doncic. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving. Irving's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Here's Vassell. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Well, strong play by Vassell inside. Getting him a look this close is almost a sure bucket.
Washington outside. Irving for three. And Dallas hits again from deep.
The defense was just nowhere to be found, and because of that, he adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
If you get open, Paul will find you. Chris has the best vision in the game.
Here's Doncic. Again, Dallas.
You really have to question the defensive effort on that possession.
Yeah, I got to agree. Their defensive commitment's got to be a lot better.
The shot by Sohan, no good. Dallas leading by 23. Washington outside. Outside Irving. Jacks up a three. Knocks down the long J. Irving's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Mavericks.
And as we see the game wind down, you have to remember all the second chance buckets this team put on the board.
They definitely won it with their offensive rebounding. We watched them attack the ball and turn misses into makes all game long.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
Yeah, this is far from the last word in the season series. Still 3 more meetings between them and plenty of motivation to square things up.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Kyrie Irving.
Well, what an unselfish display from him tonight. Sharing the ball, creating for others, just beautiful basketball.
And the first one at the line is good.
And in terms of raw talent, Kyrie Irving is a step up from a lot of other guys. He just has an innate ability to create things out on the floor and make tricky shots.
From deep, Wembanyama can't get it to go. His second miss in 6 tries. They're enjoying a sizable lead.
And what I like, B.A., they haven't stopped pressing the issue.
Dallas, no good that time either.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
And they cash it in right away with a quick shot.
Yeah, and Wembanyama is working to become more efficient from that mid-range area.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Marshall can't hit.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for them that time.
Barnes, no good. Irving with it. And so it's the Mavericks taking care of business in this one, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Stan Van...
What the heck was that?
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. Welcome to 2K Sports Live Saturday night coverage of the NBA. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us. Early on, Greg, the potential landscape of the NBA very much open-ended.
An early win streak could really boost the team's outlook, kind of define their direction. And so I expect to see them keep the intensity up. So we should be in for a fun one.
And the Houston Rockets starting five. At the guard position, Van Fleet and Green. The forwards for him will be Brooks and Smith. And it's Şengün in at the 5 spot.
Oh, nice play from Brooks down in the paint. Not afraid to get physical on the inside.
And the shot is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
For 3, Van Fleet. Kept alive by Houston. Şengün with the bucket.
That is what Şengün brings this team. The ability to turn misses into makes, doing the dirty work down low.
And it's Sohan missing. Rockets are gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. And the wide open shot from Green. His 3-pointers off the mark. San Antonio's gone 1 2 from long range in the first quarter. And one of the Rockets just full of franchises to win back-to-back NBA titles.
You can believe that, Kevin? It was roughly 30 years ago that the Rockets did that, led by Hakeem Olajuwon, perhaps the best player in the league at that time. Of course, this was while Michael Jordan was retired from the NBA the first time.
For 3, Van Fleet. Wembanyama with the rebound. And here's
why are the refs not?
Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Barnes has got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for San Antonio. And now looks like we've got an injury here, guys.
Dude, no!
Man, that's the one thing you just really can't control or even guard against. And that's injury.
Yeah, you know, aside from some of the player protection rules, which have been of benefit, a lot of it just comes down to what the body can withstand.
Houston making a switch. Eason's checked in.
Van Vliet's ability to facilitate the offense, his teammates have great confidence in him in that regard. Nice dime there. Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Here's Barnes. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Barnes has got 10.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
And the dunk by Smith.
And guys, we're going to see a lot of that from this young man. Smith right now, beasting.
Out to the right wing. Takes a 3. Vassell, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Green, and Houston again with the bucket.
You know, with his quickness, he's already good at creating separation for his shot. And we know he doesn't need much room to get his shot off either.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, Kevin, Greg Popovich and I talked for a few minutes. I asked him how they plan on bottling up Jalen Green. Now, he said, we have to try and stay in front of him and protect the rim. Jalen is an explosive athlete and an incredibly crafty finisher around the basket, so keeping him out of the paint won't be easy. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, David.
Just another day doing what he does. Van Vliet lines it up and drills.
Spurs trail by 4. Goes up the baseline. And there's Wembanyama. And the assist by Paul.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. The Rockets also changing it up. Jock Landale's checked in for Smith. Whitmore comes in for Brooks. And Amen Thompson subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. Houston moving it around. Here's Whitmore. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
An old school shot from Whitmore. There is still some value in that mid-range.
And here's Collins from outside. On three-pointers, right on target.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
For three. Offensive rebound. That one's in, his first shot this game.
What willpower from Castle, fighting to get his team that second look at the basket.
Now Whitmore, pass to Thompson. And it's Mamu Kelishvili with the rebound. The Spurs have gone 8 of 15 from the field, shooting above 50% here tonight. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
And so Jones nails both of them.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Green against Jones. Will it go? Rebounded by the Spurs.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Here's Champagne. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Cam Whitmore. The Spurs have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
That was an accident.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Latrey. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Spurs lead by 5. And the second quarter about to get started.
Oh, but...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for San Antonio.
They've looked to fire as much as possible. From outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. Whitmore is out there with Tari Eason. Then there's Jalen Green. Then it's Thompson, and it's Landale in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Jones, no luck. Rockets trail by 5. And Clark watching Amen Thompson. He is just a different kind of athlete.
He sure is, boy. Special as an athlete. And we've got some of the greatest athletes in the world across the NBA. He's smooth, he's explosive, he's fluid, well coordinated. Seems like he just kind of floats in the air. It's special to watch him do his thing.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Greg Popovich is guiding a young Spurs team that's hoping to return this franchise to the dominance that saw 5 titles since 1999. Pop said the standards haven't changed. Be very direct, demand, be fair, and love them. They got to know you care about them. So it's all the same formula from 25 years ago to today. Kevin?
It's an interesting story, David. Thank you. And of course, as a Hall of Famer, you bringing that to us? Perfect. Shot by Collins, no good.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Lone opportunity.
Down low. Landale with the bucket. Landale's got his first points of the night.
Getting his team the best shot on the floor. Amen Thompson feeds a ready shooter that time.
Got a hand on it. Now, here's Green. He has 7. Here's the drive. Great. What a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
Boy, I believe Green has all the tools to be a phenomenal scorer in this league. Just needs to continue to develop.
Wembanyama, he's checked in for the Spurs. Jeremy Sohan comes in for Barnes. Jabari Smith, he's checked in for the Rockets. Fred VanVleet comes in for Whitmore. Pass to Thompson, shoots the three. Wembanyama with the rebound. Here's Castle, the three. Fred VanVleet grabs the miss. Here's the three. Buries the long-range jumper. VanVleet's got the lead up to 4 now for the Rockets.
And he's got a smooth stroke from long range. VanVleet doesn't just hoist them up. His three-pointers are always going to be high-quality shots.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Houston making a switch. Brooks checked in. With this chance, let's show you the league's most intimidating shot-blocking defenses from last season. In the third spot, the Spurs.
They've got a number of guys that can deny you when you take that ball inside. That's why they're one of the best shot-blocking teams in the league, at least they were last year, because they worked well together and they made it a priority.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Houston.
Brooks kicks to Thompson. And here's VanVleet from the arc. And it's Mamukelashvili with the rebound. On the wing, Johnson, headed by Green. Shot by Johnson, no good. Houston in the lead. Green left side. Rebounded by the Spurs. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team.
And they won the season series against this club last year, but, you know, then again, so did a lot of other teams.
We got to be honest here, which is really the only way I roll. Neither of these teams are world beaters. You've got to start somewhere. A win tonight would be a step in the right direction. Green loves putting that vertical of his to good use. Nice timing on that alley-oop.
Here's Bassett. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Greg, what's the key thing Fred VanVleet brings to this offense?
I feel like he's really a centering presence. The guys can look to him to call the play, to give them their orders, and trust that he's setting them up for success. Taken third overall in 2022, Smith, instead of trying to take the league by storm, he was looking for ways to fit in within the system. And that's what coaches love about players like him. And they were one of the NBA's top 5 fast break teams. Not many were better on the break than this one.
And you just mentioned it. What a year it was for him on the glass. The sheer effort and energy they put into their rebounding was tremendous.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
With the shot. And he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim. Barnes has got 12.
You can't give Barnes even a second, because that's when he strikes and hurts you. A master at the catch-and-shoot game.
Here's VanVleet. His shot is good. Scores his third basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50%.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
You know, Barnes is a good shooter from deep. When he's in rhythm, he's dangerous from out there.
Pass to Smith. VanVleet outside. Launches it. Good on the triple. VanVleet's got the lead back up to 7 now for the Rockets.
Well, the defense not doing a good job at all of getting after him. They've got to crowd him and make it tough for him. That's his second this quarter.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jumpers.
Really good point. I mean, you want to keep that balance, and attacking inside creates space for shooters, and having shooters creates opportunities inside, so it works hand in glove.
Here's Wembanyama. The Rockets pull it in. Smith's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Brooks outside. And so it's Houston bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. And now we'll send it over to David. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
welcome everybody.
Well, the loss of George impacts both sides of the ball. He stretches the floor, he can drive it, and he can guard 1 through 4.
And looking back at the first half of this game, it's likely we'll see some adjustments for the Spurs. They're within... And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. And you know, Harrison Barnes has really been making it happen, guys.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Now for an update on Şengün's injury, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, I was able to talk with Houston's head athletic trainer about his status. And guys, unfortunately, he has a collapsed lung. Obviously, that's very bad news. Injuries never come at a good time, but somehow it seems even more frustrating when they happen this early. Tough break for sure. Guys?
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
You'll see Barnes and Sohan playing forward. Devin Vassell out there with ball. And it's Wembanyama in at the 5. So that's it. Greg Popovich starts the second half. Well, Clark, we hear a lot about the antics with Brooks, but he deserves more attention for his play.
I agree, especially on the defensive end, Kevin. He's one of the top perimeter defenders in the league, and some of what his antics are flowing out of is his competitive spirit. I still think he needs to tamp down the antics because that does take away from what he does, which is lock guys up and play with great competitive spirit all the time. You know, for a player that's a bit undersized, he's still compactly built. Chris Paul driving the lane, knows how to angle his body, change his release point. Whatever he has to do, he'll do it in order to get his shot off.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And the Spurs with some changes. And it's Brooks in the corner. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 5 assists tonight.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
And so Green will bring it up for the Rockets. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
Here we go again. Van Vliet cooking and looking to shoot as much as he can.
Pass to Mamu Kalashvili. No good from outside. Rockets leading by 8. To the middle. Here's Smith. And it's slammed in by Smith.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Clark, the NBA has seen some iconic personal rivalries over the years. And I'm sure you remember most of them.
Yeah, I do, even those that I wasn't part of as a young basketball player growing up in Cleveland watching. But I read a lot about them, Wilt and Bill Russell, the Celtics and the Lakers and all of those great teams. Obviously, high school graduate of 1979, the Bird and Magic rivalry, easy answer for anybody around my age. And then you think about Isaiah Thomas, who was in my high school class, and then Michael Jordan. Those Pistons-Bulls rivalries were pretty intense and must-watch TV. So there have been a lot over the years.
To the paint. And it's Green missing.
This shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game. Keep a look now at some numbers for Jones. A very nice season for him last year. Averaged about 10 points a game, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving, and of course, finds the open man.
Good on the bucket. Green's got the lead up to 14 now for the Rockets.
Terrific job by Green, utilizing that
guys.
speed to get out ahead of everybody else.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. On the wing, Johnson. Off the run, and he's good on the 3-ball. Johnson's got his first 3 points of the game.
A priority for Johnson, continuing to work on his jumper, especially off the catch, like there.
And, you know, we can't measure heart. I mean, he's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible.
Pass to Wesley. Shoots a 3. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Oh, nice setup by Wembanyama. On top of everything else, this guy has an incredible IQ.
Eason with it. Takes the 3. Brenham pulls it in. Well, Greg, they're looking to make some big stops here to halt this rally.
And luckily, time is on their side, but this is on them. They need to play smart here. And boy, Wembanyama has every shot in the bag. How about the touch there?
Takes it from 10. And Houston again with the bucket.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Good work there as it goes. Branham's got his first basket of the night.
Oh, how about the vision by Wembanyama there? Always looking to get teammates involved.
Van Vliet wide open. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 4th assist in this one. Spurs trail by 11. Here's Branham. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Over in the corner, Green. They get the rebound. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. A 3-pointer, no good. San Antonio's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from 3-point land in the second half. Branham, good.
Yeah, D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
For 3, Van Vliet. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Branham. Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the 4th.
And even though, you know, you're thinking maybe we don't need to replay in a situation like this, still plenty of time left in this game, and really it's about getting the call right.
Yeah, and the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing up the footage for the officials on the floor. The new process is making for quicker turnarounds, I think.
And so it's the Houston Rockets in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We've got more in store for you right after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession in this way. True team basketball.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. So on the floor for Houston, Tari Easton is out there with Cam Whitmore. Then it's Thompson, then it's Green, and it's Landale in at the 5 down low. Rockets leading by 8. Driving inside. Here's Whitmore. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Whitmore's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Rockets. Here's Castle. And right on target.
How's your Sunday going so far?
And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. They've led by as many as 14 points.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him
We'll get snow tomorrow.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And it's Green.
You know, in the live stream, comment section down below, you think we'll get snow tomorrow, or you guys are expecting
courtesy of
live stream
AT&T 5G Slam King.
down below.
Pass to Castle. It's good from long range. Castle's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Here's Green. Thompson in the corner. They set the pick. He takes it in, and the shot goes down. And the Rockets lead by 11.
Tenacious on the attack. Thompson is fantastic at finding lanes to the basket.
I will take a chance.
So for the Rockets, Jabari Smith, he's checked in for Jock Landale. Dylan Brooks comes in for Cam Whitmore. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Amen Thompson. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
During that break, Greg Popovich really had some strong advice for his team. Coach told his guys, lock in, this is it. Leave everything out on the floor. A simple message down the stretch. We'll see if it resonates. Guys?
Thank you, David. And Green slams it in.
Launching off the ground and throwing it down with ease. Boy, can Green get up.
A shot by Wembanyama, no good. VanVleet with it. And it's Vassell picking him up. Three-pointer. And there's VanVleet on the assist by Green. Green's got assist number 5 here tonight. Here's Barnes. Rebound by Smith.
Oh.
Smith's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Rockets leading by 14. VanVleet with it. Fires from deep. Rebound San Antonio. Wembanyama's got 8 rebounds in this game. That's it. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
You know, Barnes is a versatile scoring forward. We've seen him heat up quickly, and he's capable of doing that.
VanVleet against Paul. Now here's VanVleet. Tight defense on him. No good. And here's Barnes for 3. And it's VanVleet with the rebound. Houston's gone 1 or 2
Should've
from
went
three-point
in.
range here in the 4th. From deep, Green trains the three-pointer.
Yeah.
Green's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Houston.
On
In the end, they had
Vassell.
a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Fred VanVleet.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
Over in the corner, Paul shoots over VanVleet. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it.
And just feeding the open man. Nice recognition there from Vassell.
Brooks outside. Launches a 3. Shots good by Green. And the Rockets lead by 16.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
And so here is Houston. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. And here's Green outside. That one misses. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Champagny misses off the left iron. And here are the Rockets. And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
Stolen. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what...
Alright, and that's going to end this live stream slash broadcast. If you're new to my broadcasts, live streams, or shorts, don't forget to comment, like, thumbs up, subscribe. Also follow my social media, Gamer Ryan 3587, on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Thank you. Peace.